Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you guys might watch this. I just wanted to make a video to kind of wrap up the CE talk since we got so rudely disrupted. And the negotiating tool is something that we ended with, and hopefully all these tools that I've given you will help you break down like what the problem is and what the solutions are and how to negotiate so that you can have a better relationship in your clinic, with your spouses, with a job. So anything. These tools are made so that you can go through them with anything, any problem, any process that you're having challenges with. And as we wrap up, one of the things that I actually wanted to show you, so I gave you a sheet that looks like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half like that. And then you're going to fold it in quarters like that. So you have a nice little book. And this is a gratitude journal, a little pocket gratitude journal that I got from a friend at a conference. And the nice thing about it is you can put it in your pocket. You can write things on it. You can write whatever makes you happy. Some little reminders to like go in the bathroom and hug yourself for 10 seconds if you're having a very stressful moment in the clinic. And it just helps bring your body back to a place of calm so that you can help your clients, help your coworkers, help your spouse a little bit better. And one of the things when I was talking about neurosculpting is something called mirroring. And what can happen after going through trauma is, so if you're stressed out in the clinic and you have a lot of high, an emergency clinic, and so it's a lot of high volume and high adrenaline. So then you go home, and say at the clinic, something happens, a dog arrests, and everybody panics. Then you go home and your spouse mirrors that situation. They freak out because the hamburger wasn't thawed out, and what happens is then you snap because it mirrors a situation that you had when you were at the clinic working, and you snap at them even though you didn't mean to. So this is just bringing awareness to some of these reactions that we have. And, a lot of the rehab West Nile tools that I've used through my journey, exercise, and the brain for nutrition. The brain needs fat and protein, which actually should be on the nutrition line. Important. Sugar does not help the brain or the nervous system. Sugar is bad. So make sure you're eating good fat and good protein to keep your nervous system and brain functioning properly. And we talked about the Calm app and Insight Timer app for meditations. Laughter yoga. I talked about that a little bit, but laughter yoga, it's so much fun. It's about being a kid again. It's also called Laughter Wellness. So if you go on the Facebook and look for Laughter Wellness, you'll find a local group in your area. And it's not yoga. You don't bring a mat. I wear comfortable clothes, but it's just about having fun and laughing. You use your diaphragm and breathing, and you just feel better when you leave. And having a hobby, having something to do outside of work is really important, and making sure that, your work will allow you to do those hobbies because it makes you a better person at work. And listening to your body, our bodies are a great biometric meter, and it's always giving us signs, and learning to listen to it, like listening to your heart and your gut and your brain so that you can listen to those signs and see what it needs. So as I'm working through caregiving for my sick family member, that I was getting dizzy because my nervous system was getting fatigued and I wasn't taking care of it. So I know that when I get dizzy, that's a sign of my nervous system getting fatigued. It's not a low glucose, which can happen with some people. With me, because I eat regularly and I take care of my body to sustain it, my nervous system has been overtapped from that, and the West Nile gets aggravated and I get dizzy. And so that's a sign of like, hey, slow down, use some of your tools, take care of yourself. And it's important, and that is what I do now. Like if I get sick, I hunker down, eat chicken soup, drink fluids, stay in the house, take care of myself for a day or two, and then I'm up and ready to go again. And continual learning, I am always learning. A friend told me if you ever stop learning, then you're dead. So continual learning, whether it's personal learning or work learning, it doesn't matter. Continually learn. I am always learning every day. And communication, communicating with your team and your group so that you guys can have a better life. So the other tool that I gave you guys was called the wrap-up tool. And it really was about taking what you learned here, writing it on paper. So if you haven't done this yet, like go to that tool and write down your top 5 breakthroughs or insights from our talk. So for me, it was my health will improve with good food and prepared meals on the weekend. My health and nervous system need calm and meditation, neurosculpting yoga, exercise. My third one was that my health is and for being healthy, something I need to remember is my happy place. The fourth one is my clinic, negotiating for a better life, like using the negotiating tool, writing out what my ideal was, and what my must-haves and not-haves. What was that? Must-haves and, hold on. Oops, it's on the back of this one. Must-haves and nice-to-haves. What are those deal breakers? And the clinic, again, I may have to leave if I can't have my must-haves, and they are must-haves for a better life. And that's the hard decision. But I always think it's worth collaborating, compromising, and sometimes you may have to say, okay, I can't have this must-have today, but can we work on me having this must-have in 6 months? And if that must-have doesn't happen in 6 months, then reevaluate with your clinic, your spouse, whoever it is, yourself sometimes, why that hasn't happened, what needs to happen, or is it ever going to happen, and reevaluating. And that's just part of life in general. And then you have the top 3 actions to put those breakthroughs into motion, because I really want you guys to take action to help yourself have a better life. So my top 3 actions: prepare meals on the weekend, yoga and exercise weekly, and network with other clinics to find a better job. And then 2 connections today that you made that helped you. And you may not have had time to make those connections, so we have the internet. There are ways to find out how to connect with a person. If there was somebody there that you're like, oh, I really connected with them, I want to catch up with them. Like, reach out to somebody else that was in the room and say, hey, did you know this person? Like, how can I get a hold of them? So there's lots of ways to connect with people nowadays. And then on the right of this sheet, it's what words can help you get back to your current state of mind or your current action. So for me, to have my body happy, it was my happy place. I explained that in elementary school, a teacher had taught me what my happy place was, so that if we ever got in danger, we could go to our happy place. And so my happy place was horses riding on a beach, running on a beach, me riding the horses on a beach. Sometimes I'm running with the horses on a beach. And my word is love. And that I practiced at home, and meditation. And I would say love, and I would vision horses running on a beach with their hair going through their wind. What color were they? What color was the beach? Where was I? What was I wearing? And the feeling that sense of calm, that sense of freedom, that sense of empowerment. And so I worked on that at home so that when I got in a stressful situation, all I had to do was say, love, nervous system, calm down. Our nervous systems are trainable, but we have to work at it. Like we do anything, it's trainable. We just have to work at it. Another word might be yoga, to remind you to go do yoga. Another word might be negotiate, to remind yourself to negotiate. So whatever word to help you get from a stressful situation to an action. And then what pain will you feel if you don't take any of this action? Well, my health won't be that great. I won't feel good. I'll feel icky. Some of us talked about how we wanted to work 4 8-hour days. I'm going to be grumpy if I don't get that. And why is it that I'm always leaving late every single day? Do we just need to change my hours so that I'm not leaving late every single day? I'm working these hours. So you want to know what that pain will feel like if you don't take action, because remembering that pain when you're in those stressful situations will remind you to take action, to not have pain anymore, right? Like that's how our dogs work. They come in with pain and we take action to help alleviate the pain. So it's the same thing for us. So I hope these tools helped you guys. I do wish that you take action to have a better life. Like, it's great to go to these events and learn things, but taking action is what's going to change your life. And it was great to meet all of you. You have my contact information. Feel free to reach out anytime. And you guys inspired me because I used to go to those Fred Pryor lectures. I think I told you guys about they're online or in person, about management, communication, relationships. Great. They had a women's conference. That's how a coworker and I found out about it. And they have options where you can get a membership for like your clinic. And so you guys can have 5-10 minutes, watch a video on communication, or watch a video on management. Your management can watch video on management. It's a great resource, and there are great leaders out there that are teaching people these great techniques. But it's inspired me because I wanted to create a Fred Pryor for vet technicians. And so to help us in the ways that we require for our profession. So you guys inspired me. So this video is on Vet Tech TV. And so keep an eye out, and who knows what'll show up on there. But I want to thank Stacy Muggy for putting this on and asking me to talk. I feel it was awesome. And I appreciate everybody showing up. And thank you for the Student Vet Tech Association. They had a great venue, wonderful food, and great help with the audio and the video. So thank you so much for doing that, Courtney, and CAS Student Vet Tech Association. So you guys have a great day, great week, great weekend, whenever you're watching this, and go out there and help dogs and help yourself and have fun doing it. Okay?